Hey guys, so today I am doing my July favorites. I feel like I might have missed a month of favorites somewhere in there, but I'm doing my July ones, so it's good. I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. I don't think I really have anything to talk about yet. So I'm going to start off with my lip color. I have been absolutely in love with this lip color lately. ColourPop sent me a little package of stuff, nothing sponsored or anything. They just sent me a package of stuff and it was like all lip colors, this sort of color scheme, which I was like, oh my gosh, you guys know me so well. I'm not even sure how to describe them other than like mauve-y, I guess, would be, or dusty, rosy type colors, but they're my absolute favorite. And the one that I'm wearing today is the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the color Echo Part. One thing I noticed about these is that it is like pretty matte. I don't really think it's necessarily like a satin, but it doesn't feel hard, it doesn't feel sticky, and it doesn't feel like crusty or anything. I wore this the other day and I was like, oh my god, it got so crusty, ew, gross. But I had like pastries and I kind of just realized that like the pastry got mixed up in my lips because I had a lot of lip stuff on, and I was like, oh, it's embarrassing. I'll swatch it on my hand as well for you guys. But this is the swatch on my hand. It's just like your typical really pretty mauve-y, dusty rose type of color, and it dries pretty matte. It's very liquidy, so you have to be a little bit careful when you're putting it on. I always apply it with a lip liner just to make it easier on myself. So yeah, this is this guy. I really like him. Next for makeup, I have this Milk Makeup lip pigment, and this is in the color That Red Though. I think these lip pigments are probably like one of the best things ever. I am obsessed with them. I have another one of them that's a pinkish color, and you just put it on your lips just a little bit and you have this kind of like ombre sort of wisp of color over your lips, or you can like put it on full blast and it's like this hot pink. And it's the same thing with this red. It almost looks like your lips are like airbrushed or dusted with the product because it is this very like matte cream to powder type of product. I'll use my finger and swatch a little bit for you. It's really just a pretty true red color. It is the perfect sort of natural look red that's not too garish. One thing I do have to say though is that if you order this online, be very careful, because I originally ordered this from Urban Outfitters and there was a fingerprint in it when I received it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so disgusting, it's so nasty. So I suggest if you are going to get this, maybe go into the store or order it off of Sephora rather than Urban Outfitters, because I know Sephora has a really good return policy and they're not going to send out the product, but I guess Urban Outfitters does do that, so beware of Urban Outfitters for lip products. So keeping on the Milk Makeup ball, I guess, is the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint, and I was so skeptical buying this, but I absolutely love it. Like, I adore this. It is so good for dry skin. I'm not sure how it would bode for a oilier skin type. I'm wearing it today and my face doesn't feel sticky at all. It feels very moisturized. There's no tightness. Sometimes when I wear foundation halfway through the day, my face will start feeling tight and I'm like, oh god, that foundation is too drying, even though it says tinted moisturizer. But this stuff is absolutely amazing. I got it in the color Sand. And the magic thing about this stuff is because it is a tinted oil, you have this sort of sheerness, but also you can build it up as well because the oil will soak into your skin and really moisturize it. So instead of using concealer today, I just added a little bit extra of this and patted it in on whatever areas I felt like I needed concealing, and it took a little bit longer to soak in than if I was just putting it all over my face, but it did soak in and it did add coverage rather than just looking cakey or not really adding any sort of coverage. So it is something that you can layer with. I really like this stuff and I'm really impressed so far. It has almost a light sort of citrusy scent when you first put it on, but it dissipates really quickly. Another great thing about this too is that if you do get a color that is a little bit too dark for your skin, since it is such a sheer product, you can definitely get away with it and it'll almost look like you have just like a little bit of a tan rather than looking like this dark orange line down your chin, if you know what I mean. The last thing I have is by ColourPop, and it is their brow color in Dope Taupe. And honestly, I would never have bought this color for myself. I always go for like medium brown or something that says like brown in it because my hair is pretty dark. But this taupey color, even when I first opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is way too light for my eyebrows. It's not going to work at all. And I'm wearing it today, and it actually blends in really, really nicely, and I don't think it looks too light at all. I can kind of have that issue sometimes where I like get brow product that's too dark, and then I have these two like dark eyebrows across. So I'm really glad that they sent me this color, and I actually really, really like it. It's very creamy, a little bit goes a really, really long way, and you can actually layer this on to sort of get a darker look, or do just a very, very, I guess, sheer layer of it, if that makes sense, for brows. And what I will use with this is the Sigma Small Angle E65 brush. I have a feeling that this is going to be lasting me quite a while, and I'm really, really happy with it so far. Now that I'm done with makeup, I have skincare to show you guys. And the products that I have today are the Origins Original Skin line, and I have the Original Skin Essence Lotion, the Renewal Serum, and the Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. And I'll start out with the mask. I mentioned all of these products except for the Essence Lotion in my skincare video, and I just recently got the Essence Lotion because I wanted to try it out because I had no idea what the difference between a serum and an Essence Lotion was, and I was like, oh, I only need one of them. But I looked into it and I was like, oh, I need both of those now. So now I have both of them, and I will get into the details of what the difference is between the two after I talk about the mask. And one of the things that I really like about this is it really helps to sort of refine your skin's texture. It's a clay mask, so it pulls out any sort of impurities that you have in your skin. So you put it on with your fingers, you let it dry, you wash it off, and you have those jojoba beads just to add that little extra layer of exfoliation, just to get off any like dry skin or anything else that is sitting on top of your skin. And I really like having both of those together, having this sort of like clay to take out the impurities and then the exfoliation just to refine your face as well. So I'll typically use that mask once a week, or I'll use a different mask depending on how my face is feeling that week. And then after that, I'll use the Essence Lotion and the Renewal Serum. And so the difference between a serum and an Essence Lotion is they're technically very similar, almost the same. A serum is a little bit more concentrated than an Essence Lotion, and an Essence Lotion is a little bit lighter than a serum. You can use one or the other. Say you already have a moisturizer that you really like, you can use the Essence Lotion in addition to that, and you have this like extra layer of moisture because these are both very, very moisturizing products, but they can also be used together, and you're not going to have like this overhaul on your skin of like, oh my gosh, I have so many products on my skin. You know what I mean? Since I've started using these, I've really noticed that my face is a lot less dull and a lot more luminous. And they both have Canadian willow herb, which really helps with the moisturization of your skin. And it also boosts clarity and luminosity in your skin. As far as I know, I think this is actually good for all skin types. Like, it's moisturizing enough to use on dry skin like mine, but also light enough to use on a more oily skin type as well. And what I'll do is I'll put both of these on, the Essence Lotion first and then the serum, and you can use a cotton swab or your fingers with the Essence Lotion, and then I always just use my fingers for the Renewal Serum. And you just put those on day and night or after you use the mask, but I normally will use the mask in the evening anyways, just to give my face some time to like regenerate itself overnight and rest. You can get this from the Origins website and their physical stores, as well as Sephora, and I will leave a link in the description below along with all of the other products if you guys want to check the stuff out. And I also want to thank Origins so much for sponsoring this video. Again, I would never ever promote a product or be sponsored by a product that I didn't actually use or didn't believe was a good product. So I just want to put that out there, being completely honest with you guys always. I do honestly use this stuff. And I also want to thank all of you guys for sending me pictures literally from all over the place of my Origins campaign that is in the stores right now. And if you haven't checked it out, go check it out, or like keep an eye out for it if you're shopping. It's really exciting. It's pretty cool. It's pretty jazzy. So the next product I have is really funny, but it has honestly saved my butt this summer. So it is this little fan doodad, and it has a plug here that you can just stick in the bottom of your phone, and wait for it. It is a fan, and it just like fans yourself. You could use this probably like for selfies, like, but then again at the same time I'm like, how would I make that breeze happen and actually like put the camera on my face at the same time? But any of you guys who have been to New York in the summer or on a subway anywhere in the summer know that it is like absolute hell in the heat. Normally like on the train is fine, but on the platform is just like, you walked through the gates of hell. There's like a person pissing in the corner. You're like on the platform trying not to pass out and fall into the thing because you're so hot and just dripping sweat, and you're thinking about all the other people dripping sweat, and you're like, 5 minutes I'm gonna be crammed with all these other dripping people into the subway nice and tight, and you're like, here's my fan. I got this off of Amazon, and I'll leave it linked below if you guys want to check it out. It's pretty cheap, and I think it's worth it. The next items I have are clothing items, and I honestly haven't been doing a ton of makeup shopping lately, just because I think it has something to do with the heat and not wanting to wear makeup because it's summertime, but I always do a lot more clothing shopping than makeup shopping in general, so I figured, you know what, might as well start putting clothing items in my favorites. So the first item that I have is just this basic baseball cap. I am a huge fan of caps in the summer, and I feel like just in general caps are kind of popular right now. Maybe that's just my imagination, but I love them, so I'm just gonna go with that. And this is just a super basic hat from Urban Outfitters. They have this in a bunch of different colors. I think they have like a nude one and a black one and a green one and a white one. Don't quote me on all of those. It's nice and light. Sometimes these can be a little bit stiff, but this is light enough to sort of like let your head and your hair breathe when it is hot, and it adds that like little extra bit of protection from the sun on top of like sunglasses. I think they're cool. I've been wearing this around constantly, either this or my Bruins cap. Go Boston. Next thing I have is just this little tank top from Urban Outfitters. Super, super lightweight, like a tissue t-shirt type of material. It's got this nice little rib here, and it has, I forget the word for this, how the seam is. It doesn't have like a fold over seam. It has a blank seam, but it just makes it very, very lightweight. It has a little seam in the back there as well, and I just thought this was a great sort of summer tank top. I don't think it's sheer enough that you couldn't wear a nude bra with it, but it is sheer enough that if you wore like a black bra, you'd see the bra through it, which if you wore like a cute little strappy bralette, I feel like that could honestly be pretty cute. And I also really have been digging this sort of like orangey mustard color lately. Maybe it's just that like shirt from my Instagram picture that I posted. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it's got me on the yellow-orange sort of like bandwagon. I'm digging it. I really like this, just super lightweight. It's so soft and super comfortable. I probably am going to get this in the rest of the colors. They had black, white, and red as well. I think this would be great pajama shirt or just like tank top going to the beach, or just normal tank top. And it's only $18, so where do you go wrong with that? The last clothing item I have is this bralette from American Apparel, and I have been wearing these literally all summer. They are just like a basic cotton bralette, but they're so comfortable. It's so easy to wear this under like a loose t-shirt or a tank top or something, or just like by itself lounging around. It is so comfortable. You don't have like an uncomfortable underwire. There's no lace or anything that could also be itchy sometimes, because I gotta say, some of those lace bras are like, they're kind of itchy and I'm kind of like not into that. So I like having this as another option to having those lace bras because I am sort of a lingerie addict. I wear a size small and I'm a 32B, just for reference for any of you guys who are curious about sizing. It's just nice to have that like simple, almost Tumblr simplistic lingerie, you know what I mean? I really like it. And then I have one last thing, and I don't know if they even sell these online or what. If you're ever anywhere near a juice press, you have to get the mangoes. It's just dehydrated, I think it's dehydrated. Yeah, it just says Mango Madness. It doesn't say dehydrated or how they like dehydrate it, but it is basically mango jerky, and it is the most addicting and amazing thing ever. They use organic mangoes. The only thing in the ingredients list is mangoes, so you know that there's no chemicals or anything that are making you addicted to it like how there are in McDonald's french fries. And I could literally like sit there and eat like 10 bags of these, which is, you know, it kind of defeats the point of having something healthy, but they are just so good. It's almost like mango flavored fruit leather. That's the best way to describe it, but it's actual mango and it's really, really amazing. And it smells so sweet and mango-y and delicious. That is it for my July favorites. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the addition of the clothing favorites, because I've never actually really seen that before, but I thought that it would be sort of a good addition because I shop for clothes a lot more than I shop for makeup. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button because it's always greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in my next video.